Nearly there, but there we go. Quarter two. So our next session, the third session, marketing and branding. This is an hour-long session. It's broken up into 3 20-minute slots. I'll just introduce the speakers as we go into the next session. So the first one is about club culture and target market. And it's going to be presented by Sarah Wilson. Sarah has been a member of Toastmasters for 5 years, initially in Makati in Manila, now Three Kings Toastmasters in Auckland. She's held the roles of club president, vice president education, vice president PR, and vice president membership. She has over 20 years experience in marketing and advertising. She ran a marketing agency for 18 years. She has a Bachelor in Commerce and Marketing and International Business, professional diploma in Arts and Design, and recently completed a Master's of Theology degree on the topic of online marketing and community. So please join me in welcoming Sarah.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Good morning. As mentioned, I have worked in marketing and advertising for over 20 years. And during that time, I have come across a lot of businesses that do have an ad hoc approach to their marketing. Often marketing decisions are more about whether it's a sunny day or whether someone's feeling happy after having walked their dog, as opposed to it being part of a well-defined marketing plan. And we can bring that same randomness to the marketing of our Toastmasters clubs. And when it comes to target market, we can mistakenly assume that that is everyone, because Toastmasters suits everyone, doesn't it? Of course. It suits the business professional, it suits the tradesperson, it suits the employed, the unemployed, it suits the student, the mother, retired person. Everyone suits Toastmasters. But there is a problem, because if we are marketing to everyone, no one is going to be listening. So we need a well-defined message targeted at a well-defined target market that breaks through the clutter of advertising and breaks through the busyness of life and is heard. Yes. Okay. So target market is important. Just like when we are presenting to an audience, we need a well-defined message that connects and engages with the audience. We also need a well-defined message that connects and engages with our target market. And when we do that, we are more successful in our marketing results. So we need to define our target market. If someone tells us that they would rather jump off the Sky Tower or be kidnapped by terrorists than speaking in public, then they're probably not a good person to waste our time trying to convince. We need to define our target market by the 5 considerations of, firstly, demographics. So demographics includes things like gender, age, ethnic group, income, education, and location. And people with different demographics will respond differently to marketing. For example, this male student who is living in the city is going to respond differently compared to the retired elderly woman who is in a rural community. The student is likely to want to join Toastmasters to develop their communication and leadership skills, to gain employment and to advance their career. Whereas the retired person is likely to see Toastmasters as a recreational activity and wanting to socialise and build friendships. So trying to sell to them with the same generic message is not going to be successful. Secondly, there is psychographics. So this includes things like personality, interests, attitudes, lifestyle. For example, if someone is interested in working in terms of charity work, then giving back to community is likely to be a value for them. So they are therefore likely to respond to marketing that appeals to that value. Thirdly, wants and desires. So what is someone really wanting when they are joining your club? Are they seeking to improve their English skills, or are they wanting to network and socialise with others? Fourthly, fears and frustrations. So what is preventing people from joining your club? And are you able to resolve some of those fears? Is cost a barrier to them? And through offering free attendance at a meeting, is that going to break down that barrier? Is someone seeking to gain employment and Toastmasters is a way that they can gain the skills to gain employment? And the fifth consideration is key purchasing decisions. So is it an individual decision for them to join Toastmasters, or is it a decision that their employer has? Is cost relevant to that decision-making process? So what about your club? Who is in your club? Is it professionals, like engineers that are wanting to develop their career, communication and leadership skills? Does it include people like students who want to gain employment and develop their communication and leadership skills and advance their career? Does it include people that want to socialise in your club and build relationships? So who is it in your club? And it's likely that you are going to have a number of different groups who are seeking different things and joining your club, but trying to sell to them all with the same message is not going to be as effective as if you speak to their individual requirements. You also need to be intentional about thinking about your target market, asking visitors, why are they joining your club? Finding out from existing members, why are they in your club? Who are they? Where are they from? Where do they work? Is it nearby? Potentially, it's good to send out a survey to your existing members, but also be very mindful about asking visitors about what they're seeking to achieve, because we want to join a club with others like us. I want to move on now to talk about club culture, which is related to target market. And we need to build a strong club identity, and this is with a sense of belonging and community. We want to feel belonging in a club. No one wants to feel like the kid in the playground who no one has picked for their sports team. We want to feel belonging, and if we don't feel that belonging, we will leave. And when visitors come, they need to also feel like they belong. As mentioned, there's lower turnover, there's more engagement and better performance when we have that belonging. And we also need to be intentional about building that, making visitors feel welcome when they come. It needs to be a responsibility of all members, but particularly the executive committee. And we need to ask visitors why they are attending, introduce them to others. We can encourage them to be part of the meeting, perhaps doing a table topic, and following up afterwards quickly and inviting them back, inviting them to join. Building belonging is achieved in 4 ways. Firstly, purpose. There needs to be a clearly defined purpose. And there needs to be shared purpose. There needs to be the alignment between what the club is seeking to achieve and what members are seeking to achieve. We also need to embrace diversity, because diverse people bring a strength to a club with their different skills and abilities and experiences. We need both experienced members but also new members, because new members bring innovation, they bring new ideas, and they bring enthusiasm. But then we also need the experienced members and the knowledge of the experienced members to pass on to those new members. As well as that diversity, though, we need to be building unity and finding common ground between those diverse people. It may be through shared vision, it may be through demographics and psychographics that are shared. But people need to feel connected, and there is more trust between people when they are feeling that unity. And as mentioned before, too, the 4th aspect is keeping it fun. We need to have fun in our meetings, perhaps through a fun theme, perhaps through socialising at the meeting, some networking time and events outside the meeting, but building those relationships. And if people are having fun, they are going to want to remain in the club. So the Toastmasters Distinguished program is also a way that creates belonging in clubs. And there are the 10 goals to achieve related to education, membership, communication, and leadership. And if your club is achieving these, it is going to be apparent when visitors come to your club. It is going to be a more professionally run club. If there are membership goals being achieved, it's going to mean there is more energy with more members in the club. It's going to mean that there will be more members for the various meeting roles. If the education goals are being achieved, then people will be advancing in their Toastmasters journeys and improving in their communication and leadership skills. If people are attending the Toastmasters training, they are going to be developing in their skills and abilities and going to be well equipped to lead the club. But we need to be acting as a professional, well-run club that visitors want to be part of. And as mentioned here, when people are achieving the goals, it is celebrating member achievement. It's providing a supportive and fun environment. And it's a professionally run meeting with a variety. So the lessons to take away today is a couple. Firstly, everyone is not your target market. If you're trying to sell to everyone, then no one is going to be listening. You need to have a well-defined marketing message, a well-defined target market, and those people will take notice. Can't sell to everyone with the same message. And also when you are speaking to visitors at your clubs too, you can't be selling them with the same generic sales pitch. It needs to be specific to their specific needs. And secondly, we need to be building club culture and a sense of belonging in the club. So as mentioned, we build that belonging through shared purpose, well-defined purpose, embracing diversity, diverse skills and abilities and experiences that we need, but also finding common ground and building unity and trust and the strength of those relationships between members. And then fourthly, keeping it fun, so people want to come back and be part of your club. So are there any questions?
Talking about demographics, and the message I'm getting is customize your promotion to the demographics in your club area, catchment area. How is the best, your club has got no idea, what is the most effective way to actually work out what the demographics of your, for want of a better word, catchment area are?
As I mentioned, I think it's good to send out a survey to people in your club to find out more about them. I think it's quite likely that you will know a certain amount about that already, but it's quite good to find out through survey and just like asking, building a picture. Just one more question.
Thank you. So perhaps along those lines, so let's say you've determined the demographics of your club and you'd like more people that would fit with that demographic, and say you're going to use social media, what would you recommend then? Let's say you go, okay, our club's made up of a lot of professional people, they're sort of a middle, sort of younger to middle age group. What would you then do with that to say, right, how do I find those people if you're not paying for ads?
I think that some of the other presentations will probably actually cover more of this, so it's probably best to leave that question until later on, and I think we are over time.